We are a radical thing. You know, the world speaks about this. I mean, I once, when I was in college, I took a class on biblical archaeology. It was led by an Orthodox Jewish guy. And there were people taking it for all different motives. And this guy who always sat next to me who was totally into UFOs. All he was into was, there's a certain type of person was into UFOs, conspiracy, the Trilateral Commission, Henry Kissinger, it's this, it's the CIA, it's this going on, they're covering up the plot, there's a convergence, harmonic, there's Aquarius, all this, and he'd always sit next to me. He was attracted to me in some way that he had to tell me all. I'm saying, okay, I try to just, and I was just coming to the Lord at that time, and I just say, he'd say something, I'd say, oh, you know what, I try to make small, we're having good weather. Oh, the weather, you know why it's good? There's a conspiracy, the government is they're covering up, that's why they make the weather like that. So, and then one day he'd talk about they're coming and they're going to pay, and then one day he just disappeared. It's true. One day he disappeared. And he was never seen again. They tried to call him and they never see him. And the Orthodox Jew says, you see, this is what happens when you get into that, he disappeared. This whole thing, there's certain type of people get into this stuff and they're searching all over for this thing, and yet we're here. We've landed. And we've landed and we need to act like it. We are not, you live your whole life burdened down as if you were of this, as if all you had was your problem. All you had was your problem. That's it. And if things collapse here, you're finished. Well, that's wrong. That's not a missionary. That's not an extraterrestrial. You are not bound by this world. This is not your mother anymore. This is not where you're from anymore. It's a radical thing. The most radical thing. You see, there's only two kinds of life you can live in this world. There is a from earth life, which is you're here, you're of it. That's the life most people in the world live. A from earth life. And most believers live that too. It's you're from your past, you're from your childhood, you're from your money problems, you're from those bad relationships in your past, you're from all your limitations, you're from, and what happens is you live like that. When you're from it, you can't do anything but live as a response to that stuff. You're from, they abandoned you, rejected you, you live in rejection. I'm from rejection. So if you're from that, but didn't Messiah say, you are not of this place? If you are from the world, you cannot bless the world. So if you are from this world, you are bound to the world. But if you are no longer from this world, if you are not from this planet anymore, then you have a different life. You have the choice of living a from earth life, or the answer is, this is the life you're to live. Not a from earth life, but a to earth life. Which means this. It's a gigantic difference. There's a gigantic difference. If you're living from your problem or you're living to your problem. Big difference. If you're living from your problem, you're all problemed out. If you're living to your problem, you're saying, hey, God, you're beaming me down, and here I am with my family. Say you have a tough time with your family. If you're from your family problems, you're going to be no good. But if I am to my family, it's a whole different story. Lord, it's like you beam me down here, I'm in this family. How can I bless them? How can I bless them as their son? How can I bless them as their mother? How can I bless them? I am here just to bless them now. Whatever was in the past, that's not my business. I am here to bless them within the situation. I am not of my money problems. I am here to make the best of it and be a light for God in here. I'm not bound by it. Everything I have in my life is just a way to glorify God on this planet. Whatever I've got. You see, there's a mystery here. When the Lord was born into this world, he was born of this planet so you would be born of heaven. And so it would change the way you look at everything. He put on these earthly eyes that you could put on heavenly eyes. And you could see everything from the perspective of heaven. See, if Messiah lives in you and you're in him, and it says, it's I don't live, it's him who lives in me. If that's true, you have to see things the way he sees them. And the way he sees things is not as one who is bound by earth, but as one who has come to earth, who is a visitor. Whatever your problem is, you have the chance to be free of it. And the problem doesn't have to change at all. You have to change. We have to change. We often never touch this mystery. This is the land where you're to be a blessing. That's the only reason you're here. If you're born again, see, he could have beamed you up. You know, and sometimes you're saying, Lord, beam me up already. This is enough. It's enough of this. He could have done that. You're saying, Lord, why? Well, the reason is because you are to be a light to this world. You're not here as a helpless victim. You're not here as a needy person. You're not supposed to be. And it doesn't matter what's going on around you. Some are in circumstances where they have more and some have less. It doesn't matter. We're equally missionaries. You are living now from heaven. Whatever you've got, you know, when the missionary steps out, they step out. It's a joy to be a missionary. I mean, when I went to Russia, it was a joy. It was a joy to go there because, you know, when you go there, you're not of it, but you're there it's like an adventure from God. He just keeps opening up doors. You're there. All you do is live to bless. That's it. You know you're there to bless. It doesn't matter. You got air conditioning. You have no air conditioning. You're there to bless. And that's the way we're supposed to live this life because it's true. It's just we forgot it. We forgot it. If you're born again, you have all come here from heaven. It's true. That's the Bible. You are born from above. You have all come here from heaven. So you are here free of the problem, but you are here to be a blessing. You used to be of your ego. You're not even of your ego anymore. You don't have to be of your ego. People say these things about you. We're so wrapped up in our ego that, oh, how dare they say it? I understand that, but you know what? You're not of it anymore. You are just borrowing this. You're borrowing that life. That's not your real life. That's not where your life is at anymore. You know, you used to be of these things, but you're not anymore. You're not of it. You're not of that sin anymore. You know? God wants us to fulfill our mission. You know, he's saying, hey, heaven to earth, where are you? You know, where have you been? God wants you to be a blessing. Turn to your neighbor. Look at that neighbor. Look at them. Now, does that look like an alien? Yes? Oh, sorry. No. Yes? All right. I didn't expect that. You know, you realize you see, that proves the point. That proves the point. You're sitting next to aliens, and now you're catching on. But the thing is, you are one too. All this life, the point is this. All this life is exactly what I'm saying. I know I've said this in a way that might in some ways sound funny, but the fact is it's absolutely true. The fact is you are free. You are here as visitors. You are here as visitors. If you live this life as a missionary, and these people all around you who need salvation, all around you, you know, at the supermarket, that's your mission. At your home, that's your mission. All these things, all these people who need, and you just became one of them. You are here to bless them. Remember why you're here. Remember your mission. And all your life will become, I promise you, if you do this, if you can step outside of us, if we can step outside of ourselves, all your life will become an adventure. And it will become a joy. You won't be bound by fear because you're not of fear anymore. You won't be bound by rejection. You're not of rejection anymore. You are a visitor with something great. You're a visitor from heaven with something great. All this life will become a mission of love. You are a missionary people. Get on with it. Get on with it. Because you are heaven's mission. This is the field of heaven's mission. And your mission field, that God is waiting for you to live like it, your mission field is called earth. Get on with the mission.